Me to Dallas. He always watched me. He always made me mad because he knew every child's name of every person he'd ever met. And I would say, "Oh, how's your daughter?" And I never could catch up with him. But he looked after me day after day. And I was in a little branch, a really big one, 3 people. But he always came by and make sure I was okay. And when I had a problem, I could go to him and I was covered. And that, pretty important. The number 2 guy was Jack Evans. And I don't know why he ever started. As you know, he had 3 boys. Why would he want another 5? Because I wasn't the only one. He helped many, many people. And he watched me. And when he thought I had made something wrong, he just dropped by and talked to me about it. And he wasn't ever my boss, but he looked after me. And then the last one I wanted to talk about was Ralph Rogers. And I was so lucky that I just ran into these people. I'd take a job, and there on the board would be these people. And somehow they always picked up on me, because I sure didn't. Every time I was going over my head, and probably still for that matter. But it just, I don't know how, but I learned and started to learn from them that you needed to go out and help people and watch them and look for people that you just know after you round them a little bit that they can really do a lot for the city and for other things. And so I'm trying to, tonight, this is a more unusual crowd than you might have at this time, because there's people here, with 1 or 2 exceptions, people here that have helped me get to where I am today. And I am so happy in that. So this is really it's my birthday, but it's meant to show you that there really is good things going on when you help other people. I want to go back to the funniest one. It isn't funny, it's just, I can't understand how it happens. The guy who I don't think any of you know this story. I hope not. Because a lot of times people tell, I'm telling that the 5th time. But I grew up in Oklahoma City, and I went to school in Oklahoma City, and I went to Central High School, I'll have you know. And when I got ready to go from junior high to high school, I begged my family to let me change schools because I wasn't doing very well with anybody, and I knew it. And I had a stepdaddy, and he agreed that he had to sign 28 things, but that he got me in to the Central, and I did not know one soul in that group. And I don't know what I thought I was going to do, but I'm going to tell you what happened. I had a paper route, and I I got a haircut every week because he got the paper free, and I got a haircut. And I went in for my daily or weekly haircut, and I got in the chair, and he gave me good cuts. And a guy walked in, about 6'4", I guess, and I hadn't gained much of my height yet. And when the guy gets through with the haircut, he says, "Henry," and by the way, his name is Henry Reinhardt. And if you know, Henry Reinhardt, if you know him in Oklahoma City and he's still alive, you tell him he made me live the right way. What the guy cutting hair said, he said to Henry, he says, Henry, why don't you skip this deal of the haircut? You can have your turn next. But why, since you're down there, why don't you show him how things work at Central? So we went off in the corner, and he told me about 5 things I needed to do. And they had pep squads that had, anyway, probably shouldn't have had. But anyway, he said in 2 weeks, they're gonna have those where you go, and in any case, I ended up in that group. Whereas when I was before, I didn't have any group about anybody. And then about a month or 3 later, he came by and he says, we really do a lot of things with being able to I've lost my point. Come back in a minute. Anyway, time after time, every about 4 or 5 months, he'd come sit me down and show me something new I could do that I'd never thought, didn't know we had. Henry doesn't know he changed my life. He really did. And I hope he's still alive, and I hope some of you know his name and know all about him, because that's how I got to this with people like you. Because all of you, I say maybe 1 or 2 not, but almost all of you got me here. And I love you and always will. And I'm glad it's my birthday and I can do this.
My name's Mark Wells. I'm Max's oldest son. And I'm wanting to do a little toast in honor of my dad. Dad was a pretty tough dad. Now, my 16-year-old younger brother, I'm not sure he was quite so tough on him. But he was a great dad. And I wanted just to tell everyone here a couple of things that I learned from my dad. The first thing is hard work. I was 12 years old. I had a little allowance for certain chores, and I went and told him that wasn't enough. And he said, then go get a job. I got on my bicycle and went down to Lakewood Shopping Center, and I got a job. And I worked Saturdays and summers. But Dad taught me what it was to work hard. And second of all, and I think everyone here knows this, he taught me loyalty. He taught me, and